As healthcare moves away from traditional fee-for-service models, providers need a strategy to stay competitive. That's where Strategic Healthcare Partners comes in. We offer expert consulting and ongoing management oversight for providers looking to form an accountable care organization. From financial feasibility analysis to helping you choose the right ACO in a crowded market, SHP provides the clarity you need to make informed decisions and transition to value-based care. Learn more at shpllc.com.
There you are, Jason. Man, I thought I was talking to a turkey there for a second.
It's not too bad, is it? Come on.
If I was a girl turkey, I might be interested.
Well, here we are, the day before Thanksgiving, as this episode drops, 2024. Wanting to do a little pause, kind of reflection of the podcast, talk about SHP a little bit, kind of give a little backdrop on who the company is. And I don't think we've ever really formally introduced ourselves other than just a couple of goofy guys doing the podcast. But yeah, Aaron, a little, in advance, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. It's been a good year, and we have a lot to be thankful for, both in my professional life, but also in my personal life. Had some pretty big news happen in the fall, so our family grew by one, which definitely a lot to be grateful for.
Indeed. Well done. And so here we are, like we mentioned, SHP's changed a lot over the years. One thing to be thankful for, we've really started to have more trusted partners, as we call them. So we're really thankful for folks that we know outside of SHP walls that we bring into along with our services and to help out our clients, because we all win at the end of the day as long as the client, in this case the providers, are successful. We as consumers, as patients, as what we do with SHP. And so we just want to say thanks to folks like Sliced Health. Sliced Health, we've been working with those guys for a number of years. They provide contract management type solutions. We've got ARX Connect and Charity Care. We got Joe Eberwine, who we've had on the podcast with Corstrada. So we got just quite a few, but definitely thankful for the great service they provide, the great products, but more importantly, the character of those individuals and the firms, because that's of utmost importance to us and basically how we carry ourselves and the values of SHP. So to start us off on Thanksgiving, what we're thankful for those folks, and obviously for being able to work for such an organization as SHP.
I think this might be a good time, particularly those who haven't delved all the way back to the first couple of episodes, to maybe talk about who SHP is a little bit. I think we throw out the initialism there and don't really think too much about it, but Strategic Healthcare Partners, SHP, is based here in Georgia. Technically, we're based in Savannah, and I say technically because there's this little thing called the pandemic that happened 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Can you believe it? And like many organizations, we went to work from home. And in that time, our organization has continued to grow and change and evolve. And now, Jason, you would say what? About half of the company no longer is even in the Savannah area. Most of us have either moved away or we're in the suburbs, kind of far away from what little office remains.
Yeah, like with most, right? COVID kind of changed everything, and that included SHP, right? We went from 3 physical offices to now one small little office and folks literally around the world. It's been here 15 years myself and seen us balloon to over 40 individuals, and the type of services we provide in the hospitals we work with, it's been quite sort of the journey. So definitely proud of what Mike Scrimler and John Crew have done over the years.
I've been with the company almost 6 years now, which again, it's kind of hard to believe how quickly that has just flown by.
Flies by.
And we've seen a lot of evolution in the healthcare space. And that's actually one reason why we wanted to start this podcast. It's for you as much as it is for us, to help us understand what are the dynamics shaping the healthcare scene, and hopefully explain to you how we're seeing those dynamics change and shift over time. From the time we started this podcast, we've seen some big players enter the market and leave the market. Some with really big splashes, headed into the pool and headed out of it. So I'm thankful that we've had this opportunity to share our insights with you all, but also have that opportunity to dialogue with some of the experts that we've had a chance to have conversations with, and including folks that you've already mentioned that we've had on the podcast. So it's been a great going on 3 years of this podcast as we've gotten to know our own market just a little bit better as a result of it. Managed care contracting does not have to be a hassle. At Strategic Healthcare Partners, we specialize in negotiating and managing contracts with payers, ensuring you receive your fair reimbursement for the services you provide. Don't get shortchanged. Let SHP handle the tough negotiations so you can focus on your patients. Learn more at shpllc.com.
Yeah. We've all learned. We've met new people, and in some cases, some of you listening have inquired into their services for the sake of your entity success, and that was part of the mission of this, is to help bring help to the providers, whether it's through SHP or our vendors or whatever the case may be. And it's been really neat to introduce some of our cohorts, right? We've had 2 of our client reps in the past, Ami and Julia, with our client reps. And for those that don't know, we have our team structure. We have a few client reps, and they're basically the provider's project manager liaison into the SHP world. And they're just a great team. Aaron, of course, part of the analytics, and another fabulous team, provider enrollment team, which you guys have heard Raquel in the past also. So it's been great to introduce other team members. And we're trying to get some of the other teams. We have a credentialing and an IPA team. We'll get them out of their comfort zones and get them on here soon. But yeah, just to give you a little backdrop, it's been something that our teams collectively have enjoyed, and we hope you have as well. And we're definitely thankful for all those team members.
We're certainly blessed to have a really good crew, and maybe we're biased in saying that, but having worked a plethora of places and worked with different consulting groups over the years, as a receiver of said consulting, I really think SHP brings a level of personal touch to the table that I just haven't ever seen from a consulting group before. So not to turn this into an infomercial for ourselves, but to turn it into an infomercial for ourselves. If your organization, no matter what you are in healthcare, a private practice, a hospital of any size, think of SHP. SHP, we bring a lot to the table. You can go to our website and look at all of the services that we offer, shpllc.com. Who knows? Maybe you'll pick up the phone and you'll call Jason. Jason is usually the one who answers incoming inquiries, so you could have a chance to talk to him and learn more about the services we provide.
Yeah, we'd love to engage with you guys. Please reach out. Also, we just want to hear from you. What can we do more to help bring a little bit more information, education to you that would be helpful, and we'll be sure to do so. And hopefully, Aaron, to kind of take a little time out on where we are with these quick conversations, we'd love to know if these were helpful. We've had, of course, Jeremy Miller. While we aren't digital marketing folks, we hope that his expertise. Last week, you will have heard him talk about AI, and then next week, or shortly after, search engine optimization. And we want to give him props because he's been our digital marketing consultant for several years now. And I can attest to his knowledge and success because we have seen that as well. So hopefully these subject matter expert type of quick conversations, again, are helpful. And we'd like to hear that if they are.
Yeah, certainly a lot of feedback has helped us guide where we go with this podcast. Some folks have mentioned, hey, you don't really have a stuck to format. We're okay with that. We like being able to bring you a variety of content and conversations from our SEO marketing expert all the way up to CEOs of big healthcare groups. So we want to provide a perspective of healthcare from all angles. So Jason, what are you personally most thankful for this year?
Gosh, I tell you what, Aaron, personally, besides being able to do this again with you for another year, that's definitely the highlight.
Oh,
No.
keep flattering, keep flattering.
We got to reflect, we did this last year, right? And it's always neat to kind of look back and nothing beats family. And it's kind of interesting talking to you. I think we both kind of took different paths in our lives this year on the family front, as you mentioned. And for me, it's the first time since I was in my mid 20s that I've got an empty house. And so that's, while that is sad, I'm thankful because that means, okay, we're doing something right. We've got folks that are out there somehow, somewhere in the world. There's a couple of folks that came from my house that are trying to find their way. And so I'm very thankful that we have been blessed that they are doing fine and are healthy.
Yeah. Well, like I said at the beginning, we added one this year. It's our first, so it's the inverse of you, Jason. So you got an empty nest, and I'm just filling mine. So it's a lot to be thankful for this year. It certainly has been an adventure, one we actually started back in 2020. And so yeah, it's been 4 years, but it's been a long 4 years, and it's been a really long, almost 3 months. What is sleep? I don't know anymore, but it's been worth it. So to you, our listeners, I would encourage you, let's take a pause here and reflect and think of what are you most personally thankful for this year. So as we wrap up today's episode, we want to leave you with that thought of, is it family? Is it friends? Is it successes at work? Whatever those things are, just pause and give thanks this time of year. So Jason, speaking of thanks for taking a few minutes with me today and having this quick conversation.
Same here. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to all that are listening. And we'll be back shortly.
Alrighty, folks, that's a wrap on this episode of Beyond the Stethoscope, Vital Conversations with SHP. I'm Aaron Higgins.
And I'm Jason Crosby. This show is brought to you by Strategic Healthcare Partners. Our executive producers are Mike Scribner and John Crew,
who probably by now deserve medals.
And our editor is Nyla Weeb, who polishes our ramblings into something listenable. And shout out to Jeremy Miller, our social media manager with Boost by Design, keeping us trendy and meme-worthy.
And let us not forget our toiling robot transcriber who catches about 90% of what we say. And that other 10%, it's tweaked by Jason, a real-life human, allegedly.
Wait, here's proof, right in this episode. You can dig through our podcast archive at shpllc.com/podcast. Pretty clever. Check out all the episodes and even learn about what SHP can do for you.
And while you're at it, find us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Drop us a comment, ask a question, or just let us know if you made it to the end of this episode without zoning out.
Most importantly, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye for now.
Later, Gator.
You already know that understanding your data is key to improving patient outcomes and financial performance. But how? At Strategic Healthcare Partners, our analytics services help turn your EMR and other data sources into actionable insights. From identifying areas for improvement to guiding you through implementing changes, SHP supports you every step of the way. Our performance analytics service dives even deeper, providing custom reports that help you stay ahead in the transition to value-based care. Unlock your data's full potential with SHP. Learn more at shpllc.com.